Okay, so as we were saying, I think we'll probably just go with our team we were talking about previously, that being Zaid plus Miranda. That is likely the squad we will be looking to bring with us on the actual Archangel recruitment mission. And I think our weapons should be pretty much set here, other than we were talking previously about the new assault rifle that we just picked up. Rather than the Avenger, going with the Matic, which is the slower but more punchy assault rifle. So again, I'm not entirely sure to what extent this may be an improvement. I mean, it says it's an upgrade here, but as I was saying, that can be a little bit misleading at times, so I don't remember the Matic very specifically. So we'll try it out here, and same thing with the Incisor. So lots of new options here for Zaid in that case. Hopefully, that'll be a nice upgrade for him. Miranda and Shepard now both have upgrades with the Locust and Carnifex for SMGs and heavy pistols, plasma shotguns, sticking with that. And as we were saying, I think Avalanche is going to be a good time for us to check this out for this mission as well. So let's carry on in that case.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard.
And we heard you tell us that previously.
Mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Okay, so in that case, yes, I think we are probably looking to do that next, unless there's anything else in Afterlife that we have not yet gotten a chance to do. So let's maybe take a second here. We did do a little bit of additional exploration around here previously when we were well, picking up the Saracized Brandy, of course, but let's see if there's anything else we might want to do here. There is, of course, Arya, who was someone that we needed to talk to in order to progress this mission initially.
Arya has a job she needs doing. You up for some work?
Hold on. About what?
That depends on what Arya has in mind.
Arya's gotten word that some blood-packed mercs plan to kill an old acquaintance of hers, a Krogan named Patriarch. She'd like you to keep that from happening.
Oh? Okay. Sure. Why kill this Patriarch? I mean, we're not killing them, but someone else is trying to kill them.
What's the Bloodpack's problem with Patriarch?
If you've met Patriarch, you know. He can't keep his damn mouth shut.
Oh.
Some people don't appreciate his stories, especially when he dips into non-fiction.
Oh, so he's does a little too much sharing of important inside information. So that's why people are trying to kill him. At least people from his group, I suppose, the Blood Pack. Why does Arya want to protect him, though, in that case?
What's Arya's interest in protecting him?
Patriarch was one of her deadliest enemies back in the old days. Now she keeps what's left of him around as a trophy.
Oh.
As long as he lives, he's a perfect example of what happens when you go up against Arya.
Okay, that's kind of cruel, but I suppose it does send a message. But why us specifically?
Why come to me? Arya's usual muscle not up for the job?
Because Arya said so. What other reason do you need?
The real reason would be nice. Tell me where I walk. Nah.
People like Arya don't do things without a damn good reason. I want to hear it.
Fine, but I didn't tell you this. Got me? If it gets
Put the
out
gun
that
down.
Arya's protecting Patriarch, well, that can look like a weakness. And some people might want to exploit that.
Okay, maybe don't shout that
So you
in a
helping
large
Patriarch
room
just
crowded
seems
full of
like a
people.
random act of kindness.
Okay, you know, sure, we'll do it.
I'll look into it.
Good. Patriarch's downstairs, likely surrounded by his fans. Get him into hiding until the mercs move on. Come back here when it's done, and you'll get your due.
All right, I'll be back.
I'll be back when the job is done.
Good luck.
Okay, so it actually turns out we have a new side quest here that we can check out. Omega the Patriarch, Arya's old Krogan advisor, the Patriarch, is in danger from thugs trying to make a name for themselves. Arya wants the Patriarch moved someplace safe until the threat is gone. So we gotta find this Patriarch, who's in one of the side rooms downstairs at Afterlife, and tell him he needs to find a way to hide. Alright, so let's save in that case, and let's see if we can find this guy. That looked like there was something to interact with behind Grizz here, like we could hop into those vents or something. So a little surprised about that. So, let's see. I'm actually surprised, speaking of surprise, Arya's right there. She's, of course, the head honcho in this area. And, understandably, she has some guards here. But, surprised there's just some random people chilling up here in her general area, you know. You'd think that probably wouldn't be something she'd be wanting people to do. It kind of takes away from her esteemed location if there are other people right next door. Let's see, anything from Anto here?
You want to talk to Arya.
Okay. Let's see if we can find that room in question here. There's one down here. This is where we found Helena Blake. I mean, is he down here? I suppose it's possible. There was this area down even further in this direction.
2 years since the destruction of the
See if we
Destiny
find him here.
planning for the fleet of the new Allied Citadel Defense Unit have reached another impasse.
Doesn't look like it. Let's see, we talked to Forvan at all? Oh, it's just another place we can order drinks from? Nah. Nah, man. We're good. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This person is going crazy. They've got the moves. And so do we. I know we're not facing the camera in this case, but, you know, we gotta be dancing with our partner, right? She's going crazy. Okay. Let's see. Was there anyone else down here we could chat with? Sometimes the back of our weapon, with the blue almost circle that it creates, does at times. All right, look at that. Just line these up. Does look kind of similar. Our at a glance, back of our weapon, and at times look like the indication that we can interact with someone or something. Let's see. We know this dude? I don't think we know that dude. We can go further down. We've been down here? I mean, this does start to take us outside of the actual club, but let's see if there's anyone or anything in some of these hallways. I think eventually this does lead us back toward the market area, where we have been, for sure.
Only 4 months left until the entertainment event of the century. Becky Burlesque. Join Bacanja Tash and his sexy sextet as they light up the afterlife and soothe the
Like here's Ken Salvage, but no, don't think we're interested in that stuff there. Let's get back into the club. See if we can find this guy. Oh, well, now we're outside the club. That's no good. Just casually walk on past the bouncer or any of these people who are begging to get in. We've got other business to attend to. I don't think it's going to be in this main entry room here, the foyer. Okay. So, I wish I had made more of a point of taking mental note of which sides we actually went down. Like, I don't think we want to go down there with the Merc Recruiter, because that is where we're expecting to find stuff with Archangel. This is where Helena Blake was. We did try going through there. I know that much. Also, we chatted with you. Now, where is this guy, actually? Hold on. Was the way we came in, was it not? Maybe there is more down in that area with Helena Blake that we missed out on. I'm thinking there must be in that case. I'm thinking there must be. Yeah, it's a lower level. More generally. I think they said he's on the lower level. So even if we don't really care about Helena Blake here, let's get back down here. Okay. So, we saw Forvan, but that's not the dude we're looking for. Not looking for the dancer either, I'm afraid. Is this the spot we tried to go down, or was it the other spot? Here's our guy, the Patriarch. Okay, this is what we're looking for.
Like, you know, just plan for the funeral normally. During the service, someone will want to set up a meeting. He's in on it with whoever killed your family. You tear off a few of his fingers, you'll find out who did this to you.
Oh!
You were right to come to me. I can myself.
Bullshit.
Skeptic. Huh. I'll get them to lower the payments. You can't keep taking your money if your business goes under. And you will owe me a favor.
Does seem like this guy's pretty talkative and
When I
might reveal some secrets.
from the Turian control network, I ate his heart and wore his skull on my order.
Oh,
Intimidation, ritual, whatever you want to call it. I'm a very simple crook. Long work bother me. Now I sit in Arya's bar and drink the most expensive liquor she has. Masari honeymead. To make it out of an Ardot Yakshi monastery, where they keep bees and crazy blue women.
anything else?
I remember back before the Genophage. It was a glorious time. I remember the hordes, thousands and thousands of Krogan swarming over our enemies. We were unstoppable. I remember seeing the young rising in the pools. The next generations of warriors picking up their first weapons. Murder their weaker siblings. I wouldn't be as interested in the story if it wasn't.
So you made it up. I think they were saying how he's has the tendency to blend into fiction.
You can't use Batarians to shake more money out of humans. Too much bad blood. Someone always gets a cut. Send one of your Solarians instead. It's safer.
This guy is quite the chatterbox. Anything else?
Act like you know. Just plan for the funeral.
Okay, I think this is what we saw, what we heard initially. So let's get going now.
No. You said he had close family. They'll just want revenge. Kill the family first. Then he'll get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him. I don't think I know you, human. I'm the Patriarch. Arya's Patriarch. What do you want?
Let's chat a bit here. How about Arya? What's your relationship to her?
What do you know about Arya?
A few centuries ago, Omega was my rock.
Was it though?
When Arya arrived, she had nothing but the clothes on her back. I thought she was another dancer. She killed half my men and convinced the rest that she could run this place better than I did. She came for me here in this bar. We tore this place apart. She crushed one of my hearts, shattered half the bones in my body, and left me alive.
Yeah, so Krogan have multiple hearts. So I think he may actually be telling the truth there when he says quite literally crush one of her hearts. But yeah, why did she leave you alive in that case?
What made her decide to leave you alive?
No, she doesn't destroy what she can use. She said I could have all my old comforts if I served as her advisor. I knew how things worked. I knew who to lean on, who to smack down, who to smile at. And everyone who respected me saw me beaten, broken. They knew that as strong as I'd been, she was stronger.
Exactly. So that's the thing that Arya was saying was basically, or at least I suppose we actually heard through Arya's guard, that she's basically using this guy as a symbol to make an example of anyone who tries to oppose her, to demonstrate, hey, this big, strong Krogan, yeah, I took him down. He's beneath me. So anyone else tries to oppose me, you know what's going to happen to you too. Let's see. And just wondering, you happen to have any enemies?
Rumor has it some people want you dead. Know anything about that?
Oh, I can think of a few. I know things. Old secrets, old grudges.
Kinds that could potentially leak out if you were to
Floors you
get
can
all
dig up
chatty.
to find bodies underneath. Someone who wanted to weaken Arya might come after me. They do it to
Yeah, exactly.
see, not for me. I don't matter enough anymore to have enemies of my own.
Okay, I mean, does seem to be fairly self-aware. That is good. did seem like we might have heard some war stories. You know, how many of them were actually true, how many of them were embellished. We may never know for certain, but let's ask.
A Krogan as old as you must have some great stories.
I killed a lot of people, lived well, and was beaten by a small Asari who keeps me around as an example. My time is done. Anyone I killed is long forgotten. The stories are Arya's now.
I mean, by the sound of it, he may actually be that old, at the very least. He's talking about some pre-Genophage stuff, about how Krogan were multiplying like crazy back then, of course, as we've heard other people say. But that is interesting to hear that directly from someone who actually lived that life. I don't know if Rex actually was alive before the Genophage got deployed or not, because that was several hundred years ago, and Krogan do live several hundred years, barring them dying in, say, combat, which I think is the leading cause of death for Krogan. But, anyways, as for the whole Patriarch title that Arya has given you, I don't think that's an official title for Krogan, at least. But Matriarch certainly is for Asari, and Asari are, of course, an all-female race, so, I don't know, it feels like there might be a way to just kind of mock you.
Why do they call you Patriarch?
It's like an Asari matriarch, only male. It was Arya's little joke. After she took me down, she let me live. Kept me around as an advisor and a trophy.
Yeah, okay, well, either way, we've asked you about all that other stuff, but, you need to get out of here. That much is for certain. Otherwise, those enemies that you were talking about, Arya might have, who could theoretically take you down so that they could weaken Arya. Yeah, that does seem as though perhaps that is an issue.
Some people want you dead. I've been asked to move you to safety.
Well, of course. Arya wouldn't want me hurt. It would make her look bad. Perhaps Arya's reputation is no longer my concern. Perhaps I will stay. See who thinks me important enough to kill.
Hold on. Let us be your muscle.
Here's an idea. Let me handle the assassins for you.
And so your name grows, while I remain an old man who lets others fight his battle.
No. You remain a powerful warlord with forces at his command. Not just Arya's trophy.
Well, you could be my Trent, fighting for my honor. If you would do this for me, I would be grateful. I might even be a Krogan again.
Alright, now we're talking. Alright, let's see our update here. So, the Patriarch is reluctant to take Arya's protection. He must be forced unless other option presents itself. And it does seem as though we have convinced him to do the fighting for him. So if we find the thugs in or near Afterlife and kill them on behalf of the Patriarch, perhaps we can make that happen. Now, where exactly those thugs are remains to be seen. Either force the Patriarch to go into hiding or find another way to deal with the threat from the thugs, I assume. Yes, exactly. But it seems as though we have found a way to do that by fighting those thugs ourselves. Or we can see if we can also get them to hide. Not sure.
I've heard nothing of the assassins. Do you have news? Or have you changed your mind? Shall I slink back to the safety of Arya's protection?
This is interesting. We actually have the option of going back and also going for the Renegade option here. We could do, but new plan gets you to safety. No, I think we're still good here.
I should be going.
Assuming that we are, in fact, able to find and defeat those enemigos. I'm not entirely sure where they are, but, well, we may have found them. Attack them.
Out of our way, human.
To say, you happen to be looking for somebody?
You here for Patriarch?
What if we are? You gonna do something about it?
We're here to stop you, as it turns out.
Patriarch sent us. Sent to do whatever it takes.
pretty sure he didn't actually say that, but yeah, sure.
I wasn't aware the old man had one.
You should have done your homework.
Kick him! Kick a Krogan! Shoot him in the face! Well... Apparently... That's, all we had to do. Krogan are gone now, never mind the fact that they're hulking, powerful soldiers that were standing right next to us and could have easily crushed us, and yeah, we just kind of kicked him in the knee, and that was the end of him. But, yeah, we had some friends shoot him all the while, so, you know, maybe for that reason it did work out for us. Take a quick look at our update here, but I imagine we're just going back to the Patriarch. Tell the Patriarch that the thugs have been dealt with. That they have. And in terms of questions about, we've heard a few references to France. Might have something in our codex that refers to that. Let's check our secondary entries on non-council races, specifically Krogan, see if there's anything there. Krogan culture, maybe. The harsh Krogan homeworld conditioned the Krogan psychologically for toughness, just as it did the body. Krogan have always had a tendency to be selfish, unsympathetic, and blunt. They respect strength and self-reliance and are neither surprised nor offended by treachery. The weak and selfless do not live long. In their culture, looking out for number one is simply a matter of course. After their defeat in the rebellions, the very concept of Krogan leadership was discredited. Where a warlord could once command enough power to bring an entire solar system to heel and become overlord, these days it is rare for a single leader to have more than 1,000 warriors swear allegiance to him. Most Krogan trust and serve no one but themselves. This solitary attitude stems in part from a deep sense of fatalism and futility, a profound social effect of the genophage that caused Krogan numbers to dwindle to a relative handful. Not only are they angry that the entire galaxy seems out to get them, the Krogan are also generally pessimistic about their race's chances of survival. The surviving Krogan see no point to building for the future. There will be no future. Krogan live with the attitude of kill, pillage, and be selfish, for tomorrow will die. Okay. That doesn't tell us about this France, specifically. Let's see if we can get a little more on maybe the military doctrine. Maybe we'll learn about it there. Or the game will crash. Slash tab us out? No, there we go, okay. Fortunately, it did not actually crash, just tabbed us out, so we're good, we're good. Just a little worried there, because I was like, when's the last time we saved? I'm not sure. But let's see. Traditional Krogan tactics were built on attritional mass unit warfare. Equipped with cheap, rugged gear, troop formations were powerful but inflexible. Command and control was very centralized. Soldiers in the field who saw a target contacted their commanders behind the lines to arrange fire support. Since the genophage, the Krogan can no longer afford the casualties of the old horde attacks. Battle Masters are a match for any 10 soldiers of another species. The Battle Master, killing, is a science. They focus on developing a clean, brute force economy of motion that exploits their brutal strength to incapacitate enemies with a swift, single blow of overwhelming power. This change of focus from mass unit warfare to maximal efficiency has increased employment demand in the fields of security and muscle for hire. Due to the unsavory reputation of the Krogan, most of these jobs are on the far side of the law. Battle Masters are not spit and polish, but they do believe in being well armed and equipped, preferably with a gun for each limb, including your legs, apparently. They are callous and brutal, but methodical and disciplined. They use any means at their disposal to achieve their goals, no matter how reprehensible. Hostage-taking and genocide are acceptable means to ensure a quiet occupation with few Krogan casualties. Krogan serving with Saren's forces appear to be returning to the old style of mass attritional combat. They also work in close cooperation with supporting Geth units, who fill the role occupied by combat drones and other armies. Biotics are rare among the Krogan. Those that exist are viewed with suspicion and fear. Krogan use this aura of fear as a useful quality for an officer and often promote them. Combat drones and other high-tech equipment are likewise in short supply. Okay, so nothing specifically on this whole France idea with the Krogan, but I believe it's, you know, some kind of close-knit group that reports to some kind of leader, in this case, the Patriarch.
This station from the Turian who controlled it.
Alright, we have heard this one, so let's chat.
The killed them all. And everyone knows that the Patriarch is not to be crossed. Thanks to you, Arya may think of me as more than a trophy. A real advisor, maybe. Or even a threat.
Don't waste this. Nah. No, alright, well, happy to hear that it seems like perhaps you are now safe.
Take care, Patriarch.
For the first time, I like that name.
Alright, now we're talking.
Be careful with Arya. She will approve for what you've done, I think. But not of you altering the balance of Omega. I think it reminds her too much of herself.
Interesting. Alright. So we should speak to Grizz, the guy who was the guard that initially gave us this mission. Got a bunch of Paragon points as well. That's nice, out of curiosity. What's our Paragon meter looking like at this point? It's starting to fill up a bit. Let's see. We want to get up to the upper level, do we not? I think. And in order to do that, excuse me, sir, I believe we'll have to head back up through here.
Where did you get that fantastic new visor? You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
That place. But I always thought Herod only sold stuff for men.
Okay, so where are you? You're right here, Grizz?
Arya wants to speak with you. She heard you took on the Blood Pack assassins yourself. I wouldn't keep her waiting.
Okay, that we did. Why don't we save and see what Arya has to say about us taking matters into our own hands?
Word has it that Patriarch's Krant took out the men sent here to kill him. Funny, I didn't know he had a Krant.
You know, he may be a little bit stronger than you gave him credit for. His Krant, air quotes, may in fact be us.
Patriarch has more influence than you thought.
I see. Well, maybe I should watch my back then. It's not what I asked, but you got the job done. Do you need something else?
Well, we are looking to pursue Archangel probably right after this, so we may have asked you about this previously, but let's see if you have any more information on him here.
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You might have luck going in with the Mercs. They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
Okay, can you give us any additional info about Archangel, though?
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic. But he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
Okay. I think we have perhaps asked about Archangel with Arya previously, but since we are about to go into this mission, maybe not the worst idea to get a reminder. So, who exactly is after him?
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Wow. That's, quite an honor, I suppose, this Archangel guy has. We have now, of course, run into all of those people previously. Initially, I think, we found mostly Blue Suns and then Blood Pack when we did Morden's recruitment mission, and then Eclipse we had, at least initially, just seen in side quests, and then eventually in Kasumi's loyalty mission. I think that was primarily Eclipse, who was tagging along with Donovan Hawk. But now, sounds like maybe getting all three. So, what about you? Not entirely sure what, are you going after him? Is that what Shepard's trying to suggest there?
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate, but I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
Alright. Sure.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the Mercs realize you're here to help him.
Okay. Well, you know, I should go.
Sounds like I don't have much time to waste.
You've got all the time in the world. Archangel? Not so much.
Okay. That experience, just to clarify, is coming from the side quests that we just did with the Patriarch and not from just asking about Archangel. And it does make you wonder. I mean, we were talking previously about picking up additional upgrades. Actually, this screen will see our credit count. I don't think it's enough for us to pick up any other big ones, because the biggest one we were talking about was, what was it, a sniper rifle damage upgrade, and I don't think we were particularly close to getting that, but it does at least help a little bit. And from an experience standpoint, you know, we still got a fair bit before we're gonna level up here, so you know, at this point, it's not like side quests are going to make a huge difference. You know, it's not going to be until our next main mission where we get a large chunk of experience that we're going to get that level, but maybe looking to do that here. So let's save, and let's chat with the Merc Recruiter, because I think that is going to be our way to get things started here with Archangel, because we take another look here. We got a reminder from Arya as to how exactly this is going to play out, but as for Archangel, he's a small unit tactical expertise, arming tool expert, and noted sniper. Archangel is a mercenary commander whose operations are noted for their technical expertise and strategic brilliance. He is responsible for high-profile attacks on gang leaders on Omega and can likely be found there. And that is perhaps the reason why all of the gangs seem to be keen on taking him out. So we are looking to sign up with the mercenary gangs by speaking to the recruiter in one of Afterlife's private rooms. And, well, there is a Merc Recruiter standing right in front of us, so I imagine that is how we will get that started. So let's talk to the Merc Recruiter now in that case.
I hear you're recruiting.
Why don't you step inside? You'll get paid when the job's done, just like everyone else. Who's next? You three look like you could do some damage. Looking for a good fight?
Do we let them know right off the bat that we're looking for Archangel? I think we're trying to keep that on the down low. Maybe we sneak that in.
Sure, if this is the place to go after Archangel.
Oh, true. We're going after.
The place. Standard fee is 500 credits each. You get paid when the job's done. If you die, your friends don't collect your share. You'll need your own weapons and armor. Looks like you got that covered. And no, this does not make you a member of the Blue Suns, Eclipse, or the Blood Pack. You are a freelancer, period. Any questions?
That is interesting, actually. That is interesting. That's a pretty tiny little payday we get, right? 500 credits, compare that to what we typically get from completing any missions, and it is an order of magnitude, if not 2 orders of magnitude, less than what we typically get. Then again, I suppose not terribly surprising that Shepard, with his big-time missions, is getting a much better salary, much better income than these random freelancers who are just perhaps cannon fodder for these guys who don't even get the chance to call themselves a member of one of those 3 groups. Let's see. So what else can we learn here? What about, can you just talk generally about the attack we're trying to get here?
Why are the mercs working together to take down Archangel?
You haven't been on Omega long, huh? He does everything he can to screw with us. Shipments go missing, operations are compromised. Every month it gets worse. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits. And men.
Tarek? Is that one of the leaders?
Is he a heavy hitter? How many merc bosses are involved in this attack?
Yeah, Tarek runs the Blue Suns, but all 3 bosses are overseeing the operation. Jarrett's leading the Eclipse and Garm's the head of the Blood Pack. Tarek's in charge, but the others would never say that. I'm surprised they're in on this at all, but I guess getting rid of Archangel is worth it.
Yeah, that is a surprise to see what I suppose would normally be 3 pretty fierce rivals suddenly teaming up against each other, but you know what they say. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and perhaps that is how they find themselves aligned in this case. What exactly is the plan of attack to take down this Archangel guy, though? And surely 3 groups of mercenaries could take down 1 guy?
What do we do once we're there? How do we get to Archangel?
The mercs will tell you when you get there. Last I heard, they were putting the freelancers into scouting groups. They attack in waves to distract Archangel while we try to get past his defenses.
Distraction? So they are quite literally cannon fodder in that case.
So we're just fodder for his bullets?
If you don't like it, don't sign up. But if you do your job right, it's easy credits. Besides, what are the odds he can kill all of you?
You know, not sure that's the kind of bet we want to be making. But, Okay, I mean, we heard a little bit about why Archangel, because it seems like he's causing a lot of trouble for all the various groups, but see if there's anything else we can learn on that front.
Seems like a lot of trouble for just one guy.
You had a whole team, but we dealt with them. Now he's just one guy.
Okay,
He's got
interesting.
the advantage. It's his base of operations, and he knows we're coming. He's planned for an attack like this. We've lost a lot of men trying to get to him already.
Yeah, so he has home field advantage, if you will. And, something about Sun Tzu, Art of War, you know, us being the attacker automatically puts us at a disadvantage because we're fighting on Archangel's terms.
It's gonna be tough to get to him.
Like chasing a Vorch out of the sewer pipes. But that's where we're recruiting. If we just keep throwing fighters at him, we'll get him eventually.
Yes, the recruits are that disposable, huh? Alright, where exactly is he? You said it's his base of operations.
Where's the attack taking place?
Archangel's base of operations. He's been hiding right under our noses. I can't tell you exactly where you're going, but we'll get you there.
Okay, that looks like everything we can ask you about, so in that case, I suppose we're ready to go.
Where do we go?
Just head over to the transport depot outside the club. One of our boys will take you from there. Send in the next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
That guy has Jenkins' voice from Mass Effect 1, for what it's worth. Well, the guy who didn't last long at the beginning of Mass Effect 1. How old are you, buddy?
You look a little young to be freelancing as a merc.
I'm old enough. I grew up on Omega. I know how to use a gun.
Do you, though?
You know enough to get yourself killed.
I can handle myself. Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol, and I want to use it.
No.
Get your money back.
Hey, Woody!
Trust me, kid. You'll thank me later.
So, we've got a little more information on how to pursue Archangel here. We got some Paragon points for that, that interruption there. To, well, stop what would have been perhaps somebody who was very unprepared to get into this line of work from, well, getting killed. So, we are supposed to go to the transit hub, which is outside the club. We actually kind of sort of walked by this guy previously. I think when we first saw him, I even mentioned how I thought I remember being able to chat with him and that he would take us to a different location. The answer is yes. It's just that it was specifically for this mission, and so only now is it relevant for us to do this. What is expecting me? Oh, it's, I believe, this guy, if I'm not mistaken. It is. So before we do this, let's save, because I believe this is our point of no return. As you can see, obviously, up to this point, we've just been hanging out on Omega, so we've had the chance if we wanted to head over to the shops, purchase some stuff, even head back to the Normandy, buy some upgrades, complete a quest, and what have you. But, and then eventually come back whenever we want to. But once we go to and talk to this guy, then I believe we are all in for the remainder of this recruitment mission. So, you know, if there's anything else that you need to do to prepare, then make sure that you do that before you talk to this dude. But I think we've done a lot to prepare for this, so I'm hoping we're in good shape here.
I'm on the mission.
I hope you're ready. Archangel's been annihilating you freelancers.
Okay, and at least, you know, does give you the option of backing out here. So again, make sure you're ready to go before you do confirm with this guy, but I think we are ready to go, so let's do it.
Ready when you are.
Let's go.
Get in.
Okay, so we do get the chance to reselect our team. So, figured that was probably the case, but just in case, we selected the people that we were expecting to have for us on this mission. So again, that is Zaid, primarily because of his long-range capabilities as a sniper and his squad disruptor ammo. I think all those things can be useful here. Then, and we did, of course, just recently make an upgrade for his both assault rifles and sniper rifles, at least theoretically, hopefully. So we'll test that stuff out as well. We can also cycle his appearance. We did switch this around, I think, after getting his loyalty mission. So his default is this sort of off-yellow marigold type color, and the new one we got after completing his loyalty mission is this more maroon color scheme. I might actually prefer the yellowish one, but sure, we'll stick with the red for now, just to go with something a little bit different. Other person was going to be Miranda, again, because since, as we just learned from Arya, we are expecting to run into basically all of the different mercenary groups, or gangs, or whatever you want to call them. Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse. And all those enemies have different types of strengths and weaknesses and defenses. That means we've got to be prepared to take down just about everything. Blue Suns have high shields. Blood Pack have a lot of armor and health regeneration. And then who did I not mention yet? The Eclipse, I think. They have a lot of barriers. So we need to be able to handle just about everything. And so Miranda is really versatile in that sense, with Warp in particular and Overload for shields. So that should make her a good option here. So let's take her. Then in terms of our setup here for weapons and what have you, I think we also made a point of setting ourselves up here. Get the Plasma Shotgun, the new Locust, Carnifex we, of course, picked up a little while ago, but is still an upgrade. And the Avalanche, I think, is the right fit for heavy weapons here. Then that's good for Shepard. Miranda, again, Locust, Carnifex, same idea for her. And just make sure we have, yes, the Matic on for Zaid and the Incisor Sniper as well. Those being our two, theoretically upgraded weapons from an assault rifle and sniper rifle standpoint. Again, I don't really remember specifically with these guys to what extent they are a big upgrade relative to the starter assault rifle and the starter sniper rifle, especially because I certainly remember picking up the Locust in past playthroughs has been a really big improvement, so I don't think it's going to be of that same magnitude at the very least, but it might be a small boost, so hopefully that'll be helpful.